So today we are going to prepare two yummy toppings for your dog, and this is something you can prepare for your dog pretty much whenever you want, and especially this would be very good if your dog has some digestive issues. My dog has coincidentally had an icky tummy for about 2 days, and this is some of the stuff I do for my dog that you can do with yours. And these recipes are pretty simple, and these recipes are very nutritious. There are a couple baseline things that I want to say straight off the bat. If your dog has an icky tummy or has some sort of digestive issues, the main thing I want you to focus on is that gut microbiome. And it's very important for you to identify that your dog's digestive system is where the magic happens, as it were. Your dog's gut needs to be fed really good bacteria, because that's what makes a good stomach and a good gut microbiome. So there are two very simple ingredients and tasty ingredients that you can actually share with your dog, and you can both add to your daily routine, as it were. So one is natural yogurt, and I am in love with natural yogurt. I like something either full fat or 10% fat or as fatty as possible, because I do realize that fat is very good for your pup. Adding a bit of natural yogurt is incredibly beneficial to your dog's gut. The second one is kefir, and you can get kefir in its raw form, or you can get kefir yogurts. It's pretty much the same sort of thing, and it really does help. These two products are my go-to for good health and are the baseline of today's recipes. Now, there are things that everyone is trying to tell you to get whenever your dog is poorly. One would be rice, and rice is one of those things that I don't like giving my dog. And as you can see here, rice is a grain. If you look at how rice is presented to us, first of all, rice is not really biologically appropriate. If you look at your dog's jaws, for example, they cannot move sideways, they cannot masticate. So I don't think rice would be a very good thing to give your gut sick dog. It's a grain, it's a high glycemic carbohydrate, it isn't biologically appropriate, so in my opinion, rice is a no-go. So we are not going to be using rice. Precisely, rice also expands when you cook it, and that's not something I like, because at the end of the day, I want to be paying for meat in my dog's food and not for rice. And I think this is a bit of a waste of money, in my opinion. We are going to start with one recipe, and what we are going to do is we are going to get some of this yogurt, which is a full fat yogurt, and then we are just going to put a dollop of it there, which is something I absolutely love. And you can leave this overnight, and this is literally as simple as that. The next step I am going to do is I am going to get some organic oats. Now, the thing with oats is that they shouldn't represent more than a few percentages in your dog's diet. Oats are a very good source of fiber. Whenever we talk about fiber, we always talk about different things that might not be the best for our dogs. But oats is one of those things, organic oats, that are very cheap, very nutritious. They are a slow release of energy. They are low in the glycemic index, and in my opinion are very good if you have a good sick dog. So I am literally just going to pour some oats on my pot, as it were, and then I am going to get some raw organic honey, and I am in love with honey. Honey is incredible. It's so beneficial, and it's one of my favorite things to do. And again, you can have this for yourself as well as your dog, and this wouldn't be a bad addition at all. So honey, big proponent of honey. We can then scoop out a little bit of this raw organic honey and sort of sprinkle it on top like this. And again, you can soak this overnight, or you can just simply put a dollop of this with your dog's food, and this is a wonderful topper for your dog's diet, and it's something I do with my dog quite often. I am then going to finish off this particular pot with some berries, and I like berries because they tend to be anti-inflammatory. They again tend to include a lot of antioxidants, and the benefits of feeding your dog some seasonal berries, organic or natural berries, are absolutely wonderful, and it's something I am a huge proponent of. So I am literally going to sprinkle a few of these raspberries on top, and that is going to be it. I am going to leave this soak overnight, and I am going to leave all the bacteria settle and macerate, as it were, overnight. And these will be ready to go in a few hours, so you can just feed your dog this straight away. You can share with your dog, and this is something I absolutely love. The second recipe we are going to look into contains some of my favorite sources of fiber, and again, this is a form of soluble fiber. I am going to demonstrate this with a glass. So if we get a glass and we pour some chia seeds, you can buy them from anywhere, and these are a wonderful addition, in my opinion, to your dog's diet. So whenever you put chia seeds in water, you see that they sit at the top of the water, and as you start sort of playing with them, and as they start soaking up all the water, they will create a bit of a mucus, and that is what protects your dog's stomach. So chia seeds are an absolute banger of an addition to your dog's diet, and something that I am a huge proponent of. So we are going to leave that there for a bit, and I will show you the results a bit later. But for this second pot, we are going to get our kefir yogurt. Absolutely love yogurt, and I am going to put some kefir. Again, this is going to feed your dog's gut microbiome, and it's going to be a wonderful addition. You can share them with your dog, and this is good. So for this particular recipe, I am going to put some chia seeds on top of the kefir, and this is going to be my source of fiber. So whilst we put some oats as fiber in the first recipe, we are now going to put some chia seeds in the second recipe, and that is going to be our source of fiber, of soluble fiber on this occasion. We are then going to top with more berries. On this occasion, I have chosen blueberries because I love blueberries, and they are very sweet, again full of antioxidants, and are something that I include in my dog's diet every now and then, and again, they are pretty beneficial. From this, again, honey, because I love honey and I love the benefits of honey, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of honey on top, and I am going to leave this soak overnight or for a period of time. And again, this is something that you can do to get your dog up to scratch whenever it comes to either a topper or whenever it comes to your dog being a bit sick. As we were discussing in the beginning of the video, I have used chia seeds on the second recipe, on the second topper, because I love the qualities of chia seeds, and I believe they are underrated. As you know, maybe like 5 minutes has gone by, and you can see that the chia seeds have started forming a bit of an agglomeration and a bit of a mucus, and these will be absorbed by the stomach, and this is one of the best sources or soluble fiber you can give yourself and you can give your dog. And this is something I absolutely love. It costs next to nothing, and it's something I would highly recommend. So the first recipe we looked at contains natural yogurt, some oats, a bit of honey, and some seasonal raspberries. The second one we did contains kefir, which is an absolutely wonderful gut aider. We then get into some chia seeds that will form a linen around the stomach and are something pretty good in my opinion. We topped up with honey and some blueberries. So these are two things that you can share with your dog. Some words of advice: I wouldn't give my dog more than maybe a 5% of their diet, because at the end of the day, these are toppers and the main diet should comprise of as much meat as possible, because at the end of the day, your dog is a meat eater. And as you can see, these are all natural ingredients, these are all wonderful ingredients, and these are all things that at the end of the day are fresh or are freshly prepared. And even if you feed your dog a kibble diet, even if you feed your dog, because life gets in the way and you might not be able to provide them with a biologically appropriate diet or fresh food, and that is okay. We are always busy and sometimes our schedules don't allow, but including some fresh food and certain fresh additions into your dog's diet, into your dog's gut, are, in my opinion, some of the best things you can do for them. Because at the end of the day, fresh is fresh and processed is processed. So even if you feed your dog a highly processed diet, kibble for example, that is okay. We can add some freshness to their diet, maybe once or twice a week. That's a small commitment. We can share the topping, we can share the recipe, and both you and your dog will be a lot better off. As with all these videos, please let me know if that helps. Please let me know if there's anything else you would like to see. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.